Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today is Monday, which means it's time for an episode of Loadout, the series where you guys, the viewers, get to pick my gun and customization. The way you do this is you leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of weapon and accessories you'd like me to run with, and I will pick a highly rated comment for the next episode. Today's top comment comes from Mark Y. He says, SWAT Breach Specialist, support in navy blue camo, 870 MCS, tac light, ammo of choice, C4, squad grenades. Use the C4 to breach walls, lob a grenade in, and then finish them off with dazzling them with a tac light. Try to play in tight close quarter areas with breachable walls and doors. Now that's certainly how I started to play this class when doing this loadout here. As you can see, I'm trying to destroy all the potential cover that the enemy has to get down here and take out our MCOM. They're already at the base of the mountain, so I'm just trying to get rid of this cover here, trying to take them out. I notice I'm actually out of C4 because I am running with the grenade perk, so I don't have that much C4 to get away with. Now whenever I do have C4 and I'm playing on a map with armor, I gotta go for that armor. I'm like the guy who's always making the beeline for the tank. Get the tank there. I don't know how that support guy didn't kill me. He just like jumped over my head. Managed to get a quick kill on him. I am using the buckshot ammo. I figured if I'm going to use the 870, I may as well go with the buckshot, because if I'm doing slugs, the Spaz 12 really is the superior weapon. So may as well use the 870 at what it's good for. And what it's not good for is taking 3 shots to kill a guy at medium range or even longer. So I'm running with the 1911, just stock 1911 as my sidearm here to try and deal with guys at range. And I gotta say, it does work pretty well for taking out those long range targets. Buckshot certainly is not going to do the trick. The tac light is great for blinding these guys breaching into these buildings. Not necessary to always chuck grenades, but I will be using them a lot later in the video, and I get a lot of kills, or at least am able to push guys out of their little hiding areas and then definitely waste them with the tac light. Now this tank like sees me. I managed to get behind the building, and like I said, I just gotta go for every tank, and he's backing up, backing up, backing up. He knows I'm like in those buildings, and I managed to flank all the way around out of bounds here, get the C4 on him, go for the detonation, and somehow just barely make it back in bounds. I'm kind of proud of that kill. Now here we are on Sen Crossing, which honestly is a great map to use C4. You can blow out so many buildings and windows with this stuff. There's even tanks and vehicles. I'm really annoyed that that guy killed me because I put rounds right into him, but he was like doing that weird hop over animation where your hitbox is all over the place. Get a quick 1911 kill. I know that guy was coming around the corner because I saw him on the mini map. And that felt good with the 870 right there, although I gotta hand it to slugs because I probably could have gotten a double kill there because the slugs would have gone through. Now put the C4 on the wall, detonate, get that kill there. I just love those through the wall C4 detonation kills. Now the tac light comes in handy here as I'm able to blind those two guys and take them down, get the first shot off. Buckshot has its advantages over slugs. Obviously you can be less accurate with it, and it can essentially just be a little bit more powerful in extreme close quarter areas, and you can be a little bit more twitchy with it. Hip firing is an excellent option with buckshot. Not quite as easy to do with slug rounds. You really want to aim down sight more frequently with slug rounds. Now I get this guy here, and check out my Black Hawk Down grenade chuck right there. Saw the muzzle flash in the window back there? Bam, get the kill. I'm actually very proud of that grenade throw. Alright, now I hopped on this server of Azadi Palace thinking that, oh yeah, Azadi Palace is this big ruined area, except that there isn't that much destruction in this map. I mean, there is some, but in terms of breaching walls and that sort of thing, you don't have as many opportunities. However, I did have a lot of opportunities to throw grenades long distances around quarters, and really take advantage of carrying 2 grenades on me, although I'm not actually carrying 2 at this moment, but I do switch it up a little bit later in the round to make sure I have those double nades. Now the extremely large rooms of Azadi Palace means that I'm going to be switching to the 1911 more frequently to get those distance kills. You're going to see some pretty funny long range pump action shotgun kills. Watch this, 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4 shots it took to take down that guy, and he couldn't even hit me with 1 single bullet. Kind of embarrassing on his part there, but just goes to show you that the 870 is not meant for medium or long range engagements. Get that guy with the 1911, but get headshotted by that SV98. Now I'm running 1911 primary here as I'm running around the outside because when you're sprinting around with the tack light on, it usually gives away your position, so I wanted to make sure I wasn't giving away my position to somebody who's scanning the outside area for me. So just have the 1911 out, and then when I get in close quarters I can switch it up to the 870 to try and get a kill with it. Fortunately, couldn't drop that guy there. The 1911 does do good damage, but the drop off hurts it at range. So again, I really don't have a lot of opportunities for breaching, but that's not to say that I can't get plenty of flanks going on Azadi Palace. Once you learn this map, coming up these middle stairs here is a great way to go, as long as you can try and clear the corners here. Those two guys are trying to guard the stairs. Managed to get 3 guys that were guarding the stairs. Now it's completely open for me to go in and back rage these guys here. So there are plenty of flanking opportunities as long as you can clear out the rear guard. Now let's talk about what you're losing and what you're gaining with the tack light. Obviously the tack light is very good for blinding people in close quarters. The 870 is extremely good in close quarters, so 870 plus tack light becomes a very, very potent combination. Of course, it can spot you out at long distances. Unfortunately, it's always on when you're running. You can turn it off if you get very good at switching your tack light on and off. Personally, I don't like to have to try and map an extra button to do it. Some people use toggle aiming down sights and they double map that on the computer so that your flashlight only turns on when you aim down sights. It's an interesting option, but since I hipfire the 870 a lot, I kind of want the flashlight on for a lot of that hipfire action. Now, the other thing about the tack light is that you have to sacrifice extended mags to equip it. And that's kind of a big deal with pump action shotguns. Now, it might seem like 5 rounds is plenty. In fact, you can easily go through an entire squad with 5 rounds in your pump action shotgun before you need to reload it. And of course, you can reload the rounds individually, so reloading in between kills is extremely viable with these weapons. The only problem is that sometimes you get yourself stuck in a situation where you just absolutely need to fire off all your rounds as fast as humanly possible, and then you get down and you fire off your last round, and that first round reload takes a long time. You have to flip the shotgun over onto its other side, and that round takes a lot longer than the previous rounds were taking to reload. And so you can kind of get stuck sometimes in these long reload processes, which you don't hit as frequently when you are using the extended mags. Now, earlier I mentioned that the Spaz 12 is better with slugs, and the 870 seems to be better equipped to handle buckshot. Basically, the Spaz 12 fires faster than the 870, and it does the exact same damage with slug rounds and even has slightly better accuracy with slug rounds. So it's basically your ideal pump action shotgun for slug rounds. So you don't really want to use them with the 870. If you plan on using slugs with a pump action, you may as well use it with the Spaz and not the 870. Now, the 870 actually fires more pellets per shot than any other shotgun in the game. Fires 12 pellets per shot, giving you the maximum damage potential compared to any other shotgun out there. The only problem is that its cone of fire is a little bit wider than, say, the Spaz 12, so less precise but more damage. In close quarters, it can absolutely wreck, and it's a little bit more forgiving in close quarters if you're not as deadly accurate. So I actually really like the 870 with buckshot. It's a great weapon. It allows you to not have to be a marksman with it in close quarters. You can kind of go Rambo with it and still get some kills. Again, right here I was able to use those middle stairs to push up and flank around on 3 guys. It's just funny how often you can actually sneak up those stairs, and if you're quick about it, if you're fast about it, you can get in behind the flanks and take them all out. Flanking is your ideal situation with a shotgun. You don't want to go head on at long range. You're not going to survive it until you get into close quarters. So flank around behind, come around from behind, and you will maximize your killing potential. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave your comments letting me know what kind of weapon and accessories you'd like me to run with for the next episode. And I'll see you guys next time. This is LevelCap signing off.